Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from a very, very wet Sun City. As you can see, my t-shirt is like, I am drenched, I am soaked. And that was just going from the car into the RV, putting the awning out, going back out and getting Zeffie and literally carrying her inside. It is, I don't know if you can probably hear it. It is pouring down out there. It is so bad that we can't even see out the windows because the screens are stuck to the windows and you can't see a thing. I'm not sure how much it is like pouring down, and we had to drive through this. We are driving through flooded streets. It was incredible. Bluebird did really, really well. It's the first time I've driven with her in the rain, and of course I'm sitting at a traffic light somewhere down there on Bell Road, and and my phone starts with that emergency buzzer noise. And I'm like, crap. Oh, maybe it's just an Amber Alert. I pull it out. It's got emergency alert, flood flash warnings out until 2 o'clock. And I'm like, great. And I'm like, and I look up ahead and it's like black skies. And you can see the rain pouring down from the clouds and everything else. And it was just an incredible view. And I thought, oh crap, we're driving into that. Well, by the time we got into that, there was water laying on the road. It really wasn't going anywhere. Everybody, there were a few people who were going a lot faster than they should have been. I was crawling along with a crowd of people going anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour, even down to 5 miles an hour. It was that bad that you had to take the precautions. You had to keep your distances. Fortunately, a lot of people kept their common sense about them, and we got home safely. There's a couple of places we stopped and we're like sitting in water that's probably about 6-7 inches deep. It was incredible. And I turned onto 99th Street and I was sort of like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have come this way. It was even more flooded than Bell Road was, but I thought, well, it's either this or going on 107 or the 115th to get down to Union Hills, which is the road that I'm on. And I'm like, I'm going to have to go either way. But at least I knew that the 99th had storm drains. It didn't for the first portion, but when we got there, you looked down at the storm drains, they were half full. And these storm drains, and I was sort of like, wow, and all the water's like rushing across, so you keep to the right. And then I see this traffic light coming up, and I'm like squinting through my wipers are going like this, but I have discovered something about my car. So I had the wipers on full speed because that's how fast the rain was coming down. But when I was slowed or stopped, the wipers would slow down, and then if more rain came down, they'd start speeding up. And I thought, well, that's a really cool feature. So as you can see, the hat's got a little wet. T-shirt, I'm absolutely soaked down my back. Zeffie's dry as a bone. She wasn't happy about being left in the car by herself. I explained to her, I says, I gotta go put the awning out so you're not going to get, or we're both going to get very drenched. And so I ran inside, opened up the door. It was pouring down. There's water on my steps down here. Got the awning out. Now that the awning is out, step in the water on my steps. Let's get. This is what it looks like outside right now. You can you see how much water Bluebird's sitting in. I mean, but this is all. It's just pouring off the awning. As we came past all the wreck area, there was water just streaming off the roof, and there were these spouts of water coming off the roof. But you can see our streets partially flooded. So I'm standing here and I'm getting spray back from the all the water landing down here, and the wind is starting to pick up, but fortunately it's not blowing the awning, so we can at least have a dry piece. But you can see the water just pouring off here, and Bluebird's looking pretty. But yeah, we were going 10 miles an hour, and the water was spraying up next to the driver's window as we're driving. It was insane. It was fun. A lot of prayers were said as we were driving along for safety, not just for us, but for everybody else there. But you can see how wet it is out here right now. And oh yeah, we got a little bit more standing water down there, and so yeah, we're just going to come back inside. And here's Zeffie. Hey, Zeff. Yeah, she wasn't too happy about, yeah. Hang on, how do we turn around? She wasn't too happy. I ran out because there was a few inches between her and the awning, and the awning's just running down on my back, so I'm going to go change my shirt. I'm completely drenched. And I'm not going out this. There is no way I'm going to get out this afternoon to go do the drop-offs that I have to do. They will be ready to go. I've just got to put them in an envelope and address them. Let's see, it's what, 10:40? Yeah, so it's 10:40 in the morning here. The place closes at 3 o'clock. So if perchance things slow down a little bit with the rain and the water recedes a little bit, then maybe I'll be able to get out and go. But right now I'm planning on spending the entire day indoors. I'm going to go get some dry clothes on. I even have water leaks in my shower. But that's usually, I've had water leaks in the past and I thought I'd sealed them all off. But it appears only when I'm on a certain angle. But I'm actually parked flat right now. So we're actually flat, so doors aren't swinging open. They stay put. So obviously we are still flat. But the water's enough that it's getting in through the shower. Thankfully it's only in the shower. Keeping an eye on the rest of the ceiling, looking for any wet patches that may appear. But we're pretty dry otherwise. So it's just in the shower, which means I've got to get the skylight resealed and get that done. So it's a very wet day here in Phoenix. And where am I? Where are we, Zeph? Sun City, Arizona. So it's a very wet day. It's supposed to be monsoon season. And I'm like, yeah, this is, yes, it is heavy downpours and everything else, but it's not what I would call monsoon. Monsoons to me are heavier than this and like 24/7 for days and days. But they call it monsoon season here in Arizona, so we'll go with that. But anyway, it's crazy here today. I love it. It's awesome. So it would be a good day to watch movies and stuff, but there's no way in hell I'm going to hear anything. I'm not going to be able to hear the TV with this noise going on the roof. The only way I can watch it is to find a way to, with my noise cancelling headphones and sitting at my computer. And I really don't want to do that because it's not that comfortable. I have to sit there, several hours a day, and I really don't want to have to do that. But I'm going to do some genealogy research. So we'll get that going and make sure everything is prepped for courses tomorrow. But we're home, we're safe, we're dry. Well, I will be dry as soon as I go change my clothes. Zeffie's dry. She did not want me, she saw I was going to grab her and she did not want me grabbing her. So she's like backing up in the car and I'm like, no. And I grabbed her harnesses, hauled her towards me, picked her up, very awkward pickup, and got her under the awning. Did not have her leash on her at all. I had her leash in my hand. And I had the doors open, but the screen had closed on me. So I opened up the screen and said, and she was like, she didn't even need to be told, go inside. She just flew in. And I followed her in there and shut the door and then got her harness off. But she basically got in here dry as a bone. Her only wet thing was her feet from hitting the wet steps and everything. But apart from that, she's dry as a bone. I'm wet. I'm going to go get changed, warm up a little bit because it is a little cold in wet shorts. But anyway, have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your day. If you are in the Phoenix area and you are driving around, please, please, please stay safe. Those roads out there where the water is, they can be very treacherous. So take your time. If you do have to be out, take your time. If you have to go along at 10 miles an hour, do so. We drove 10 miles an hour for the last, I guess, 5 miles home. It took us a lot longer, but hey, at least we got here in one piece. And a lot of the roads in the campground are flooded as well. So I was driving along the middle of the road because it was the middle of the road's humped higher and less water there, even though they were still flooded. And I got up to the first lot of speed humps, and the speed humps are completely underwater, kind of creating a little rapid because the water's coming down. It's trying to get between the speed humps, and it was just flowing over top. So it was awesome. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. Scary at times, yeah. I would say it was scary at times, especially when you see cars zooming past you and they just got water spray. I mean, there were SUVs that were going past us a lot faster than they should have, and the water sprays were up over top of the height of the SUVs and the trucks that were going past, the pickup trucks that were going past us. It was sort of like, well, I know you're probably used to driving these conditions, but you never know when you can start aquaplaning. So just, slow down. But yeah, there was some big water sprays there. My little wipers are going as fast as they could. But yeah, we're home, we're safe. I'm about to be fully dried. So have a super fantastic sparkling day. And yeah, I'm going to go get out of these wet clothes. Even though I like the coolness of them, I know I've got to get out of the wet clothes. So have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys back here for our regular Facebook Live at 6 p.m. this evening. Hey, konera!